$150 billion, floating above your head, right now. What you're about to see isn't science fiction. It's the most insane flex of human ambition ever documented. We're talking about creations so expensive, they make billionaire yachts look like pool toys. From flying palaces that cost more than entire countries' GDP, to machines that literally bend the fabric of reality itself. These aren't just price tags, they're monuments to what happens when vision meets unlimited resources. And number 1, it's orbiting Earth as we speak. Number 10, the Airbus A380. But not the one you've flown on. We're talking about the private edition, a flying palace that costs $600 million. To put that in perspective, that's the price of roughly 10,000 average American homes, in the sky, with wings. Picture this, a master bedroom, a Turkish bath, a conference room, and a throne room. Yes, an actual throne room, all cruising at 43,000 feet. Saudi princes own these, billionaire CEOs own these. This isn't travel, this is dominance at altitude. But here's what's wild. The A380 itself costs $450 million standard. The extra $150 million, that's just the interior. Custom gold leaf, Italian leather, materials so rare they have security details. This plane burns through $25,000 worth of fuel per flight hour. Just existing in the air costs more than most people's yearly salary. But we're just getting started. Because what's $600 million when you can spend $2.7 billion on something that never comes back? Number 9, the Mars Perseverance rover, $2.7 billion. Let that sink in. We built a laboratory on wheels, launched it 300 million miles into space, and landed it on another planet using a rocket-powered sky crane, all for the price of 3.5 Airbus A380s. But here's the insane part. Perseverance isn't just exploring Mars, it's looking for ancient alien life. Right now, as you watch this, it has 23 cameras, a laser that vaporizes rocks, a helicopter drone that flies in an atmosphere 100 times thinner than Earth's, and a nuclear battery that'll power it for 14 years. The team spent over a decade engineering this machine. Every bolt, every circuit, every line of code designed to survive Martian dust storms, temperature swings of 160 degrees, and cosmic radiation that would fry your phone in seconds. The craziest part? Perseverance is collecting rock samples that will sit on Mars until 2030, when another $7 billion mission will bring them home. That's a $10 billion round trip for rocks. But these aren't just any rocks. They might prove we're not alone. And that's worth every penny. But what costs more than a Mars mission? A plane. That's literally invisible. Number 8, the Northrop B-2 stealth bomber, $2.4 billion per aircraft. But wait, the program, $44 billion total. We're talking about a fleet cost of $4.2 billion per operational plane when you include development. Let me repeat that, $4.2 billion for one plane. This isn't just a bomber, it's a ghost. Radar can't see it, heat sensors can't track it. It flies into enemy territory, delivers 40,000 pounds of precision-guided democracy, and vanishes before anyone knows it was there. The skin is made of radar-absorbing material so advanced it's still classified. The shape, those flying wing curves, were calculated using supercomputers to deflect radar waves like water off a windshield. Only 21 exist. Each one is hand-built in a climate-controlled facility where even the humidity is regulated. Because at this price point, you don't mass-produce, you handcraft dominance. The operating cost? $150,000 per flight hour. That's $2,500 per minute in the air. Every 60 seconds this thing flies costs what most people make in a month. And here's the flex. America built 21 of these, just to remind everyone who runs the sky. But there's something even more expensive floating in the ocean right now, and it's designed to never be seen. Number 7, the USS Zumwalt, the most advanced destroyer ever built. Price tag? $8 billion. Look at this thing. It looks like it's from 2075. Those sharp angles? Stealth technology. The entire ship is designed to have the radar signature of a fishing boat, despite being 610 feet long. But here's where it gets absolutely wild. The Zumwalt was supposed to fire bullets that cost $800,000 each. Let me say that again. $800,000 per bullet. They canceled the ammunition program because, and I'm not making this up, it was too expensive even for the US Navy. This ship runs on a crew of just 140 sailors. Most destroyers need 300 plus. It has an electric propulsion system that generates 78 megawatts of power, enough to power 58,000 homes. It's basically a floating city-sized power plant with missiles. The bridge looks like a spaceship cockpit. Floor-to-ceiling displays, automated everything. This isn't a warship, it's a technological showcase that happens to carry enough firepower to flatten a city. 3 were built at $8 billion each. That's $24 billion worth of naval dominance that looks like it sailed straight out of a video game. But even this seems cheap compared to the machine that discovered the God particle. Number 6, the Large Hadron Collider, $9 billion. This is the largest machine humanity has ever built, a 17-mile circular tunnel buried 574 feet underground beneath Switzerland and France. Inside, protons race around at 99.9999991% the speed of light. They complete 11,000 laps per second. When they collide, they recreate conditions that existed 1/trillionth of a second after the Big Bang. Think about that. We built a $9 billion time machine that recreates the birth of the universe. In 2012, the LHC discovered the Higgs boson, the so-called God particle, confirming theories about how matter gets mass. A century of physics, proven in one machine. 10,000 scientists from 100 countries work here. The data it generates every year would take 20 million DVDs to store. It operates at -271 degrees Celsius, colder than outer space, using 96 tons of liquid helium. The magnets inside are so powerful, they're 100,000 times stronger than Earth's magnetic field. If one fails, it triggers a magnet quench that releases energy equivalent to 20 tons of TNT. This isn't just science. This is humanity asking the most fundamental questions about reality and spending $9 billion to find the answers. But even this seems almost affordable, compared to a submarine that doesn't need to surface for 42 years. Number 5. The Columbia-class submarine, $9.15 billion per submarine. Let me paint you a picture of absolute power. This submarine carries 16 Trident II ballistic missiles. Each missile has up to 8 nuclear warheads. That's potentially 128 nuclear weapons on a single vessel that can stay submerged for decades. The nuclear reactor inside lasts 42 years. This submarine never needs to refuel. It can patrol the ocean depths for the entire length of its service life without coming up for anything except crew rotation and food. It's 560 feet long, silent as a whisper, can dive to depths classified as beyond extremely deep, and it's virtually undetectable. The US is building 12 of these. That's $110 billion worth of undersea nuclear deterrents. Each one is a floating city of destruction that you'll never see, never hear, and pray you never encounter. The Columbia-class isn't just a weapon, it's a promise, a guarantee, a reminder that beneath every ocean, American power is watching, waiting, invisible. And the wildest part? This $9 billion submarine costs less than a telescope. That's right, a telescope. Number 4. The James Webb Space Telescope, $9.7 billion. This is not just the most expensive telescope ever built, it's the most powerful scientific instrument humanity has ever deployed into space. Look at these images, galaxies from 13.6 billion years ago, light that's been traveling since the universe was 330 million years old. We're literally looking back in time to the cosmic dawn. The mirror is 21 feet across, made of 18 hexagonal segments coated in gold, actual gold, because it reflects infrared light better than anything else. It unfolds like origami. 1 million miles from Earth, completely autonomous. It operates at -370 degrees Fahrenheit, protected by a tennis court-sized sun shield with 5 layers thinner than human hair. It orbits at Lagrange point 2, a spot in space where Earth's and Sun's gravity balance perfectly. Here's the kicker. If anything went wrong during deployment, just one of 344 potential failure points, it's too far away to fix. No servicing missions, no do-overs. It either works perfectly or it becomes a $10 billion piece of space junk. It worked, flawlessly, and now it's rewriting everything we know about the universe, discovering planets that might harbor life, peering into the atmospheres of worlds trillions of miles away, answering questions we didn't even know to ask. That's what $9.7 billion buys, the ability to see the unseeable. But there's something orbiting above you right now that's even more expensive, and it's growing every day. Number 3, the SpaceX Starlink satellite constellation. Current cost, $10 billion and climbing. Right now, there are over 5,000 satellites above your head, forming a global internet network. Elon Musk's plan? Deploy 42,000 of them. This isn't about internet, this is about control. Control of global communications, control of data, control of connectivity everywhere on Earth, from the Amazon rainforest to the middle of the Pacific Ocean. Each satellite costs around $250,000 to build. SpaceX launches 50 plus at a time using reusable Falcon 9 rockets. They're building a private space internet infrastructure that governments can't shut down, that works in war zones, that reaches literally everywhere. During the Ukraine war, Starlink kept their military communications running when everything else failed. Remote research stations use it, ships at sea use it, soon airlines will use it for in-flight Wi-Fi. The endgame? Internet everywhere. No dead zones, no censorship, complete global coverage controlled by one company. That's not just expensive, that's world-changing infrastructure disguised as an internet service. But there's a ship, a single ship that costs more than Starlink. Number 2, the Gerald R. Ford-class aircraft carrier, $12.8 billion. This isn't a ship. This is a floating sovereign nation with more firepower than most countries' entire militaries. 1,092 feet long, 4.5 acres of flight deck, 75 aircraft, 4,500 crew members, 2 nuclear reactors generating 700 megawatts, enough power to run 400,000 homes. But here's what makes it worth $13 billion: electromagnetic catapults. Every carrier before this used steam catapults from the 1950s. The Ford uses electromagnetic rails that launch aircraft faster, more efficiently, and more reliably. It can launch 270 aircraft sorties per day. That's one plane every 5 minutes, 24 hours a day, indefinitely. The flight deck is so big you could fit 3 football fields on it. The hangar bay below houses aircraft in climate-controlled spaces the size of warehouse stores. This carrier is so advanced it can sustain combat operations for 50 years without a single refuel. It's designed to be the cornerstone of American naval power until 2080. And when it sails, it never sails alone. There's a battle group, destroyers, submarines, cruisers, forming a 200-mile protective bubble worth another $15 billion. But even this $13 billion symbol of naval superiority is pocket change compared to what's orbiting above us. Number 1, the International Space Station, $150 billion. Read that again, $150 billion. This is the most expensive object ever built by humanity, period, full stop. It's the size of a football field, weighs 925,000 pounds, orbits at 17,500 miles per hour, circling Earth every 90 minutes. It's visible from the ground with the naked eye. 15 countries, 40-plus missions, 13 years of construction in space. Astronauts assembled it piece by piece in the vacuum of space, 250 miles above Earth, where one mistake means death. Inside, 16 pressurized modules, laboratories conducting experiments in zero gravity that are impossible on Earth, research on cancer treatments, material science, human physiology, fluid dynamics, combustion, all funded by the most expensive science project ever conceived. Humans have been continuously living aboard since November 2000. That's over 23 years of permanent human presence in space. Multiple generations of astronauts, thousands of experiments, billions of dollars in discoveries. The ISS requires constant maintenance, supply missions, crew rotations, course corrections. It costs $3 billion per year just to operate. That's $8.2 million per day just to keep the lights on. But here's what $150 billion bought us. Proof that former enemies, the US and Russia, can work together in space. Proof that humans can live off-world. Proof that we can build massive structures in orbit. Proof that we can conduct science beyond Earth's atmosphere. The ISS is humanity's first permanent foothold beyond our planet. It's a laboratory, an embassy, a symbol, a testament to what we can achieve when we actually work together. And in 2030, NASA plans to deorbit it into the Pacific Ocean. $150 billion. Decades of work, countless discoveries. Gone, burned up in re-entry. Because that's what progress looks like. You build something impossible, you learn everything you can, and then you build something better. From $600 million flying palaces to a $150 billion orbital laboratory, these aren't just price tags. They're proof of what happens when human ambition meets unlimited vision. We didn't just spend this money, we invested it in dominance, in discovery, in declaring what's possible. If this blew your mind, smash that subscribe button, because there's more where this came from, more billion-dollar secrets, more jaw-dropping engineering, more proof that luxury isn't just about what you own, it's about what humanity dares to build. This is Now Logic, where vision meets distinction, and we're just getting started.